Hello everyone, welcome to another class of ancient Indian history, and today we are going to talk about the Mauryan art. Art is a way of expressing oneself. So, cave painting in India have been found as early as from Neolithic times, but this art form eventually developed into more complex, more beautiful forms during the Mauryan era. And when we talk about art form, three specific art form can be seen which flourished during Mauryan era. The first can be tagged as the pillar architecture that developed. Then the second that developed was of course the rock cut architecture, rock cut structures, and the last that we see in the list of art that developed in India during that time can be tagged as stupas. Stupas, viharas and chaityas. So, when we talk about pillar, basically Ashokan pillar are the most important example of pillar architecture that developed in the Mauryan Empire. These Ashokan pillars has been seen as being inspired from Archemenian Empire of Persia. So, Archemania or Archemenian inspiration is seen is vividly seen in Ashokan pillar. What are the similarity? In Persia, the Archemenian dynasty also used polished rocks. Further, they also used motifs like that of lotus, but Ashokan pillar somehow had a little bit of different way of constructing this pillar. What was that difference? One, Archemenian pillars are more made of separate blocks put together. So, when those pillars were constructed, separate boulders were brought and they were placed one after other to create this pillar. But Ashokan pillar on the other hand were created by cutting the rock. A single rock was cut and polished to create the pillar of Ashoka. So, this was the first difference we can say. Ashokan pillar were made using single rock. Then this pillar had capital. So, on the top of the pillar we see an animal figure, that is the capital. So, which animals were used? The capital had images of bull, elephant, lion. The lion capital is very famous and has been taken from Sarnath. The pillar with lion capital was found in Sarnath and that has been used as emblem of India as well. And then this capital was placed on a round disc. So, that disc is known as abacus. This abacus was actually made into a inverted lotus. So, abacus looked like an inverted lotus. So, if I have to draw, which I will try. So, this is the pillar and there will be of course a base, and this pillar is made of one rock. The disc or the abacus will actually have inverted lotus. So, if you look into the image of the pillar, you will find such inverted lotus on the disc, on the pillar, and on top of that you will find the image of certain animal, mostly it is it is lion or it is elephant or bull. I have not drawn the animal for you, but you can check the pictures or images out. So, after pillar, the next important architecture or art that we see developing during the time of Mauryan Empire was rock cut structures, and that can be further divided into rock cut cave and rock cut sculptures. So, as far as rock cut cave is concerned, you know that Barabar Hill cave in Bihar, and in that Lomesh Rishi cave is a great example of the rock cut caves. Where is this cave? This cave is in Barabar Hill. And where is Barabar Hill? It is near Gaya in Bihar or at Bihar. So, Lomesh Rishi cave is a very fine example of rock cut cave. How were these caves made? A huge mountain or monolith was chosen, and there the rock were carved out so that the cave were created. The cave were created by carving out rock from that huge monolith. The Lomesh Rishi cave also has a very beautiful decoration on the entrance of the cave, that is known as Chetta Art. So, if there is a cave door, on the top of the door there will be a Chetta Art kind of arc size decoration, which is known as Chetta Art. Many doors, like if you have a door, you will see an arc like decoration, which is this decoration is known as Chetta Art decoration. So, this is found in Lomesh Rishi cave. As far as sculptures are concerned, during Mauryan age you find the sculptures of Yaksha, Yakshani, and of course animals. So, elephant is a very famous rock cut sculpture of an elephant is very famous, that has been found from Mauryan age. Now, next important art form that we find in Mauryan age are the stupas, viharas and chetyas. Now, let us understand what are stupas. Sanchi stupa is one of the famous example of stupa. Stupas are basically hemispherical dome. Okay? They are a building or a monument which look like a hemispherical dome. So, this is hemispherical dome, and these stupas, they actually house relic associated with Lord Buddha or some important Buddhist text will be housed by such dome. Such dome also have they have chhatra. This is known as chhatra or umbrella. Chhatra or umbrella. So, this chhatra or umbrella actually depicts the sovereignty of the stupa. It means that stupa were not physically under any government or any domain of a ruler, a physical ruler, but they were basically independent body and which were governed by monks and community of monks. So, this is known as chhatra, the umbrella is known as chhatra, and the iron, the railing, the square railing over the chhatra. So, you will have a square railing like this on top of a stupa. This square railing is called harmika. So, you have a square railing which is called harmika, and on top of harmika you will have a chhatra, which is the umbrella. So, this is about stupa. Now, let us talk about vihara. Vihara were basically residential quarter of the monk, and what were chetya? Chetya were the prayer hall associated with stupa. So, if there is a stupa, you may also have a square prayer hall connected with these stupas. the chaityas or the prayer halls also had horseshoe shaped windows. Fine. So, stupas may come with viharas and chaityas, or stupas may just come with chaityas. So, I will write here viharas were basically living quarters of monk. Whereas chaityas were prayer hall. So, these were important art form that developed during Mauryan time. When we talk about stupas, you will find stupas at Kushinagar, at Vaishali, at Sanchi, at Rampurva. So, all the important places which are associated with Buddha, we do find important stupas. Sanchi stupa, if you see, is one of the most important stupa because it has association with Mahayana Buddhism also. Though in many instances, the workers of stupa who worked for stupa, it is not given, but at Sanchi stupa, we know about ivory guild workers who donated an elaborate ornamented gate to the stupa. So, these are certain incidents where we come to know who worked to build or create the stupa. Another thing, stupas, viharas, chaityas in the first half of Mauryan age were basically made of wood. It was later on that stone was also used for making these monuments. So, this is all about Mauryan art. We will meet you in the next class with one more topic.